All right, breaking news here. This is something I was unaware of, folks. This is in regards to the 2018 Tyler Perry film Acrimony. Taraji P. Henson just posted this on Instagram. I filmed my role in Acrimony in 5 days in the middle of playing Cookie on Empire. Tyler Perry told me I could do it, so of course I believed him. I was so afraid I would fail because I had no time to get into character, so I thought, I learned something new about my instrument on this production. We also had no time for a lot of takes, so every scene was about 2 takes, maybe 3, and then it was time to move on. Wow. Let me just say, I'm not the biggest fan of Acrimony. I wasn't like, I only watched it once. And I did my review on it. I just wasn't the biggest fan of it. I feel like, 2018, this was at a time where I was doing the YouTube channel full time. It was March 2018 when this came out. So I watched it, late March, early April. So yeah, it had been maybe about 6 months or so since I did the YouTube thing full time. I think for me, the ending is yet another example of how Tyler Perry just randomly throws something together as shock value, as opposed to actually being a conclusion. Like the way Melinda randomly got back on the boat makes no sense to me. But I will say that Taraji's acting is without question incredible. So let me just say this much. This isn't like me bashing the, quantity over quality, because Tyler being able to film stuff in a matter of days makes sense, because remember, this movie itself, let me see, it came out in 2018, but filming took place in fall of 2016. So yeah, the film itself, this is like Tyler Perry's thing. Like, things are usually filmed 1 or 2 years prior to the general public actually watching it. If I remember correctly, like Nobody's Fool, the Madea family funeral had been shelved for a couple of years. Like, he filmed it and he shelved it because he's like, you know what, I came out with both of the Madea Halloween movies. I think it's time for a Madea break. So let me put out, Acrimony. Let me put out Nobody's Fool, and then I'll put out the final Madea film. So yeah, fall 2016 was well within Empire before the final season. So this reminds me of A Fall from Grace. That was filmed in 10 days, 5 days or something. So I shouldn't be as surprised as I am. But I guess if nothing else, it just goes to show that, Tyler works with some very incredible actors who are able to adjust accordingly. I mean, just like the post said, I wasn't sure if I would be able to do it. I wouldn't be sure if I would be able to find my character, due to the fact that there's a lot to go into this role, but I don't have the time to get into the mindset of it. But that just goes to show, in my opinion, that maybe if there was more time spent not only filming, but also adding credibility and continuity and effectiveness to the script, maybe in 10 days instead of just 5, you can turn an okay movie to a potentially phenomenal one. And I feel like maybe one of these days I'll just sit back and kind of do like a video going over box office and critical responses to Tyler Perry films, to see what I feel like, if nothing else, the critical responses, and critics probably say the same thing, but I feel like maybe if he spent more time working on better scripts and the actors being able to have a little bit more time to get into character, these movies can go from alright to the $5 $3.74 bin to being on the $20 rack for a lot. They'll have a better shelf life. But hey, it is what it is. But again, Taraji, phenomenal actress. This post was, again, I guess like a Flashback Friday kind of thing. And if nothing else, it just taught her she can work in a fast-paced environment. So that's great. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Did Acrimony have it was filmed in 5-day feel? Are you surprised that it was? Are you not surprised that it wasn't? Because, I mean, are you not surprised by this news? Like I just said, I was kind of like, oh, but then when I looked at when the movie was filmed, when it came out, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense based off all the other Tyler Perry films. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And with that being said, I'll talk to you later.